Hey, welcome or welcome back. It's as always good to see you today. I hope you have had a wonderful Saturday. I've been working today, but we are going to stream a little bit this afternoon. Oh, I have the volume on over here where I have it open on YouTube. It's all good. Hello, my lovely YouTube wife, Mademoiselle Side. It is always good to see you. Thank you so much for getting that info up in the chat there for me. Hey, Mars. Good to see you, dear. I hope you're having a good day. I hope the hair stuff has gone well. Hey, Lizzie R. I hope you're having a good Saturday. So, um, we have a couple of videos today that I'm going to try to get through. The first one, ADV, good to see you. Thank you for hanging out with me last night. So, yesterday was Valentine's Day, so if you did anything, I hope you had a wonderful, wonderful day and enjoyed it. So I did find out that a friend of mine got married yesterday. They apparently just went down to the courthouse and got married. They've been together about a month. But she told me, she's like, well, when you know, you know. And she wanted to do it before the administration possibly gets rid of our right to get married. So the hair did not go as planned. Did not go to plan. Oh no, Mars. I'm so sorry. Hopefully it's fixable. Yeah, you're welcome, DV. Yeah, it's like I mentioned last night in the chat. It's one of my favorite little lesbian rom-com movies. So, Sai says 1 month. Yeah, but hey, she seems incredibly happy, and I'm super happy for her. She needs something good to happen in her life. I adore her, and I hope they're well. I'll have to try to meet this wife soon. Once maybe weather gets a little better here and I have a little more time, I'll try to meet up with them maybe for dinner or something to meet her wife, not girlfriend, wife. So yeah, 1 month seems very fast. But I guess she said she's never been happier, and when you know, I guess so. Hopefully it's good and last. Mars, thankfully, it's just semi-permanent, and it went patchy. Oh no, oh no. The thing about hair is it's always fixable, right? I mean, hair. If you get a really bad haircut, it'll grow back, right? If you get a weird dye job, you can hopefully maybe undo it or redo it somehow, as long as you don't, like, I guess, horribly damage it, like fry it by bleaching it or something. So, but I'm sure you look fine though, Mars, and you are beautiful regardless. I don't know what a Godzilla at SAPS is. Is that a weird Canadian thing? Because you're in Canada right now, aren't you? Why are you in Canada during school? I thought you went to school in California, Lizzie R. Or do you go to school in Canada? I don't know. I need to change screens. Hopefully I have things set up. Streamlabs, I've been installing and rearranging things, and Streamlabs has been like weirdly resetting things. I don't know what it's doing. Streamlabs is just, I don't know. I need to uninstall it probably again and completely reinstall it, or just get rid of everything in it and start over completely, because like I can't hear audio when I'm playing things. I can't hear it. Scythe kicking out Lizzie R if she didn't win her game. But I'm gonna move this up here. Uh, oh, well, I don't want that up there just yet. Boop boop boop. All right. So I think so. Amberlynn's video is part of the title is like responding to Beck, and I think given the time frame that this video would have been recorded, because the last video was February 1st, and so I imagine this video would be responding maybe to this video from Beck. The Beck kind of reacts. Karina Kaboom, Amber's members only live. So I think that sounds kind of gross, Lizzie R. But hey, if you like it, you like it. We don't accept losers. Look at Patches. She hasn't given up. Oh, Scythe. Oh, poor Mars. Oh no, Mars. I think Scythe's giving you a new nickname. Like that, being dragged. Oh no. That's funny. That's funny. I love it. But I think Amber would be reacting or responding to this video. I thought you said 2 games, Lizzie R. That's 3. But it's possible if Amberlynn's video goes into the 3rd of February, she could be reacting to or responding to her Beck's Mr. Snowflake Q&A. It just depends what days her video is going to be covering. So I thought first we might watch the video from Beck, the Karina Kaboom. We'll watch that one first, and then we'll watch Amber's video. And then if Amber is responding to the Snowflake Q&A, we'll watch that afterwards if we have time. You weren't aware of the intestines until your mother very lovingly told. Oh, I would have been pissed. I would want to know that beforehand so I could, order something else. So, but we're going to watch the Beck kind of reacts Karina Kaboom, Amber's member only live. We're going to watch this one first. And we are going to speed Beck up. If you do happen to be new here, I do speed a lot of these people up to 1.25 speed because they speak a little too slowly for me. So we're going to go ahead and speed up Beck here. And I got new speakers, and my speaker is blocking part of my view. Sai says, were the intestines good though? I don't think that would ever be I mean, hey, some people like it. Not I would not like that. Alright, we'll do a volume check here really quick to make sure, because again, the volumes... Why is the intro music still playing? Let me turn that off. I'm sorry. So, we're going to do a quick volume check here to see how loud Beck is, because I can never tell what the volumes are going to be like on your end. You know what helps? If I actually share my screen with y'all. Boop, boop. That is not the right thing that I wanted to grab onto. I should have grabbed onto some chunk instead. We will have that merch available very, very soon. Once I get some other stuff in the mail that I haven't received yet. But we'll have some merch available for you soon. And I'm going to remove my color key filters that I had on last night playing video games. Alright. Alright, we're going to do an audio check. How is the volume of Beck? Oh, it helps if I actually have it turned on, I think.
And I think that's an awesome idea. So I made a new Gmail for YouTube stuff, and I think it would be cool for you guys to send art there, and I can feature them with your name and username at the end of my videos. Also,
wait, have we already watched this? This sounds familiar. It didn't look like I watched it yet. We'll figure it out. Yeah, sorry, Mars. I didn't have it unmuted in my sources. So I'll have to have you check now.
So hey everybody, thanks for coming back for another video. I want to start with a few little updates. I took some of your advice and will be starting to make distinct thumbnails for each video now instead of just a text and background.
Is that better, Sai?
This way you can distinguish them better from each other, so I hope you like those. Next, I want to talk about upcoming videos I will be making and ideas for the channel. Some people wanted to know if they could send in fan art, and I think that's an awesome idea.
Is that better? Alright, we're going to go with that, and if you guys tell me that it's still low, I'll turn it up again. Alright, let's go ahead and see. I don't think I've seen this yet. Have we watched this before? I don't know anymore.
Hey everybody, thanks for coming back for another video. I want to start with a few little updates. I took some of your advice and will be starting to make distinct thumbnails for each video now instead of just a text and background. This way you can distinguish them better from each other, so I hope you like those. Next, I want to talk about upcoming videos I will be making and ideas for the channel. Some people wanted to know if they could send in fan art, and I think that's an awesome idea. So I made a new Gmail for YouTube stuff, and I think it would be cool for you guys to send art there.
Side. You need to grab some duct tape and tape your eyes open. I moved a little further back away from my microphone. You should still be able to hear me though. Yeah, my volume should be fine. I will try to be entertaining enough for you, Sai, to keep you awake. Although I may put you to sleep as well.
And I can feature them with your name and username at the end of my videos. Also, I've decided my first full cryptid video will be on the Mothman. It will be a...
Yes. We have watched this already. Unfortunately, I can't remember anything from it. Oh no. Yeah, we have already watched this because I remember that bit there about the Mothman. I can't remember anything else from this video, though. Oh, God.
Combo of research and vlog. I'm going to take a day trip with some friends to Point Pleasant when it gets a little warmer. I want to show you guys the Mothman Museum and the TNT Dome and talk to you about what I learned. So I can't wait to share that folklore and my experiences with you when I get the chance. I don't have an estimated date for that release because of work and life, but I promise to deliver it as soon as I can. Finally, I just want to mention that this video is a reactor reaction, similar to the Tom Harlock video, but not as many layers. I decided to react to Karina's video in this one, and I think I'll continue to do a few more reacting to reactors videos in the future. I'm not sure how many I'll do or which videos to react to just yet, but I definitely want to at least do a Mr. Snowflake video and probably that ankle and maybe a few compilations from others. I'm going to keep it simple with videos that either have me in them or are about things I feel like I have something to add from my perspective. Some people...
The Mothman is a cryptid, Lizzie R, that was allegedly first spotted in Point Pleasant, I think North Carolina. Yeah, I plan on doing a conspiracy corner video on cryptids and doing various cryptids, but I have zero time to research and script and record and edit any extra videos anymore. DV, you must have been looking at the Mothman's badonkadonk. Yeah, you know, we want to grab onto that Mothman's chunk chunk. Mothman had some cushion for the pushing back there. So I bet could cure the worst insomnia case. Well, if you have problems sleeping, just listen to Beck. So if you listened to me earlier, Lizzie R, I said that depending on what Amberlynn is responding to, we may watch the Mr. Snowflake video after this one, the one that Beck responds to Snowflake's Q&As. But I don't know which video Amberlynn is responding to, given the dates. This one was uploaded on February 1st. Amberlynn's video should be covering February 2nd and maybe the 3rd. The Snowflake video Q&A was uploaded on February 3rd. So, I want to try to do them in the order. But the Snowflake Q&A video is 42 minutes long. And I don't want to spend 3 hours streaming today because I just don't have the time to this afternoon just yet. So we are going to see first what Amberlynn's response is to, and unfortunately I can't remember anything from this video, even though I'm 99% certain that we watched this like a couple of weeks ago.
People think I should spill everything I know, and some people think I should just stop talking about her entirely. For a long time, I kept a lot of things to myself out of respect.
I think you should just, like, I know people want, I know people want Beck to spill tea, but I don't know why we're rehashing this relationship. I mean, Beck has been in therapy, which is great for them. But why are we rehashing this relationship that ended like 4 years ago? I don't know. Was it 2021 or 2022 or 2020 or 2021? I thought it was 2020. I think Beck asked them, Sai. I think Beck asked people to do Q&A videos, and she would respond to the videos.
Respect for privacy, something that she never gave me. For a long time, I kept a lot of things to myself out of respect for privacy, something that she never gave me during our relationship, and fear of retaliation, which was something that happened anyway. She was angry with me for leaving her even though she didn't really love me. She continued over all these years to throw insults at me and lie about me despite.
Yeah, I mean, even if you don't love somebody anymore, if they break up with you, even if you kind of like, yeah, whatever, you're still going to be a little butthurt. Like, you left me. Why did you leave me? And I think a lot of that has to do with the BPD possibly. And Amberlynn was just like, you know, butthurt that that Beck left them. Sai says, if I was in a relationship and they kept bringing up their ex, I would be done. Yeah, I don't know why we keep rehashing these things. I know people want Beck to spill the tea, do this, do this. I just don't know what benefit Beck is going to get out of this other than views. I mean, but if this is a relationship that was abusive and traumatic, I don't know why sharing this information in YouTube videos would do any good. And why I don't want my speakers to do. There we go. I want my speakers to do that. Um, I don't. I don't know. Yeah. I would rather see Beck move on from Girl World and just do their own content like they have been doing. I think people would enjoy that a lot more. I mean, they just hit 90,000 subscribers on their channel. And I don't know if that's because people are really enjoying Beck's content, um, or if they're just waiting for more tea because Beck is reacting to Amberlyn reactors. And I don't know. I just don't. I mean, Beck is of course free to do whatever they want and make any content they want and talk about whatever they want. I just don't. I just don't know why. You know. Mars says, "Yeah, it's been a while now. This would have been more relevant if it happened the same year of the breakup." Yeah, I mean, like Destiny with her lives, like what, like last year I think it was, saying this is healing. No, bitch, it wasn't healing for you. You were just trying to get some views to I don't know to I don't know. You were just trying to say shit about Amber. Um, Mars says it, but it does bring more evidence against Amber and her abusive and bad behavior. It does, but these are things that we already knew, Mars. I mean, we already all saw with our own eyes how Amber treated Beck during the relationship. I mean, I don't, I just don't know what what more could be added really for Beck to rehash and bring up these old feelings. Maybe it'll be therapeutic for them, but do you understand the retail concept of a loss leader? I think that's what Beck's doing. A retail concept of a loss leader? I don't. I haven't heard that term before. Let me look it up. Loss leader. A product sold at a loss to. Oh, okay. And hello, Omen. A loss leader is so it's a pricing strategy where a product is sold at a price below its market cost to stimulate other sales. So you think Beck is doing this to get people to watch the other content. So drawing people in with the Amber relationship content to try to bring them to the other content. Yeah. Yeah. Could be. I mean, doing the Amber Lynn tea would definitely bring traffic.
Me being fairly quiet other than a few Q&As and corrections. But you all have shown me that it really is my story to tell however I want to tell it. I don't want to do an entire tell-all about all the dirty details. It does feel mean, and it isn't who I am. But there's still other things I can say and talk about that are still true and valid experiences for me, whether she wants me to talk about them or not. And yes, I threatened to sue Amber if she kept talking about me, but she never did stop, and now it's well past that.
But Amber did stop. Amber hasn't mentioned Beck for probably a good 2 years, as far as I can recall. Unless she was bringing up, like, just something about something they did together or something. I don't recall Amberlyn bringing up Beck in the last couple of years. Um, so, and you can't sue somebody just for making a video and talking about you. People are people are so, I'm gonna sue you. You can't. You can't sue somebody for just talking about you in a video unless they're spreading lies that's hurting your reputation. Um, DV says Beck had to deal with watching me being told what? Told on videos. I'm sure that didn't feel good for her. Now she can give everyone an account of everything from her own point of view. Oh, and her base is from her relationship, so, right. Amanda says, I disagree with you. Beck is healing and she has the right to get her voice out. No, Amber's been talking about Beck throughout the years. I don't remember Amber really talking about Beck the last couple of years. Maybe a little blip here and there, just about something specific they did together or something. Um, and I never said, hey, Fiona's mom. I never said that Beck shouldn't tell her story or talk about things. They absolutely should. I just don't know why they're doing it right now. Um, I mean, Beck has the right to talk about whatever they want to talk about.
This is YouTube after all. I may have been mentally unprepared to deal with it in the past, but things are different now. I'm entitled to respond as much as she is and to talk about my past and present as little or as much as I want. I like reacting to reactors because they're more thoughtful people than Amber is, and they get.
We have watched this before, and I'm so sorry. So I'm just gonna let most of this play because we have watched this before, but I need a refresher on it.
Give me a buffer for her content and from her. They've been kinder to me even at my worst than Amber ever has, and that's why I'd rather give them attention than her now. So for my first reaction, since Karina gave me a platform to share my voice on, I'd like to react to her content. So let's get into it.
Sorry, ads.
So we are going to be talking about what I heard yesterday in Amber's live stream. I knew that she was going to do this, and I figured it was going to take her about like a few live streams to do it. But no, in her stream, she decided to totally go off and say things about Beck.
She didn't totally go off, though.
Caught in
So this would be from Amberlynn's first members-only live stream.
very interesting things. And she says she has
Karina uses very inflammatory languages. Oh, she went off. Oh, and it's usually never true.
a lot of dirt on Alexis.
I love how anytime she has a falling out with somebody, she's just like, I have so much dirt on that person. I have this and that. No, she doesn't. It's just a fear tactic for her to silence people.
No, there is no timeline for people to share their trauma. I'm just wondering what responding to these would do. Hey, Ilya. Yeah, I was gonna message you a few minutes ago, Ilya, and check in on you, and I don't know, I saw something shiny, and I forgot to message you. I think I have it sitting there, and I haven't sent it, so I need to press send. So.
Because she doesn't want to have people see that side of her, and so she doesn't have to take accountability for her actions. If there weren't things that you did wrong, then you wouldn't be needing to threaten people into silence.
What I base my opinions on.
So we could flip that around. Beck didn't want Amber to say anything either. She was threatening Amber into silence. So we have them both doing the same thing to each other. So, I mean,
is what public figures say publicly accessible information, okay? And please do not go to anyone's channel and leave mean-spirited, negative, disparaging comments or comments.
I think it's really good that Karina puts that in all of her videos, because I feel like with Amber it's kind of
yeah, the unknown with the job. So hopefully they offer you that position. They did offer it, right? They're just waiting for funding.
the opposite. She is trying to weaponize her audience into going after people that she's trying to keep silent.
Okay, so here's what she says about Beck.
I don't know if anybody in Amberlynn's audience could be weaponized, because most people that do actually Powerpuff Girls, most people that do actually support Amberlynn don't publicly do that. So I don't know if Amber would be capable of weaponizing an audience. She certainly has a lot more detractors than supporters, publicly at least.
She says that Beck is now making content about her. And obviously she is upset that Beck is making content about her. All I have to say about this is that
I hope you get the funding, Ilya.
Beck has every right to respond to all the lies that you've talked about them
Sure, Beck absolutely has every right to do that.
for years. Amber says, oh, well, I did speak about them a few times. It wasn't a few times. You've made a lot of videos. You've went off on Beck recently in a live stream saying that Beck is lying about everything. And by the way, she repeats this in this live stream. She says it's fine that Beck went.
Amberlyn does say that Beck has lied about things. She hasn't given us evidence of that, though. So she can say, oh, you're lying about this, but we need evidence to back it up, and we haven't seen that. Detractors means people responding negatively. So detractors would be people going against you, basically.
Wants to tell their story, but like, don't lie.
That's a surprise.
About me. Who is lying about you? I think Beck needs to react and respond to any allegation that they so choose fit.
Thank you, Karina. Everything I have said about Amber has been honest. And I haven't really said anything wild about Amber, anything.
No, Beck hasn't said anything crazy up to this point that I've seen yet. Granted, I still need to watch the Snowflake and the whatever the last one was, Jordy's Q&As. No, Beck hasn't said anything crazy. Mostly Beck has just said what their own experiences have been, which have been things that we've already seen. We've already seen and noted that Amberlyn was absolutely emotionally and financially abusive in that relationship and really pretty much treated Beck like crap. We've already seen this. But for Amberlyn to be like, no, Beck's lying, but then to not produce any evidence of what has Beck lied about, it's just words.
Out of pocket or anything, but like when you say lies about me, I am going to defend myself, and I'm going.
And if somebody is lying about you, you should defend yourself, and that goes for Beck, that goes for Amber, that goes for anybody. If somebody is lying about you, then you should be able to defend yourself against those lies. Although sometimes in some situations it may be better to just be like, you know what, this is stupid, I'm not even going to respond to it. But then if it just takes legs and gets a life of its own, then maybe you should respond to it and kind of be like, look, here's what actually happened, or here's this. The problem is, though, whenever you have a relationship, you're going to have person one is going to have their view of it and how things went and their own feelings and emotions and how they've seen things, and that's going to be their reality in that relationship. And same thing with person two. You're going to each have your own views and feelings about things in that relationship and your own perspective, and they may not always coincide. So the truth is typically somewhere in the middle of both persons' experiences of these things. What do you think about Choosy? I don't know who that is, Amanda.
To tell my side of the story of what happened.
Because you've made hundreds.
Yes, we have watched this. I'm so sorry.
Of thousands of dollars on Beck, and now she's obviously visibly upset that Beck is making content. Beck asked you repeatedly, please stop speaking about me. And it wasn't
Detractors like Jeff Goldblum in Jurassic Park. I can't remember anything from that movie, to be honest. You know what? You have Google right there at your fingertips, Lizzie. Look it up. If my explanation didn't work for you. It's somebody taking away, like, detractor. People that are not positive towards you.
It wasn't just a few times. It wasn't just a couple of times like Amberlyn says in this live stream. It was a bunch of times. So first thing she says about Beck is that pretty much Beck is lying about her. Okay. Then she says that listen to this, that they did not have the best relationship. Why did you lie? You lied extensively saying there were things going on between you guys that were not. You were saying lots of different other things, like that if Beck didn't want to be with me, then they wouldn't be with me. That's a lie. Because you stopped them from leaving you many times. Beck later told us. So she says that.
So Beck did say in one of the initial videos, whenever they came back, that Amberlyn would cry and you know, whatever, threaten like, oh, I'm gonna hurt myself or whatever, or I can't do this, this, and this without you. Um, I could absolutely see somebody with BPD doing that.
She wasn't in a good place when she was with Beck, which I can understand. Okay, that's true. And then she says, but it takes two to tango.
By saying that it takes two to tango, you are admitting that you did wrong. But
Amberlynn has said in the past few videos that she didn't treat Beck the best, and she's apologized for that in her live streams. Um, but I mean, there are two people in a relationship. We don't know a lot about what Beck did. Probably not a lot, to be honest. Um, but nobody's perfect in a relationship, and we're putting like 100% of the blame on Amberlynn and absolutely zero on Beck. And at the moment, that's because we haven't seen anything from Amber's side about Beck. If Amberlynn ever comes out with anything, then maybe there'll be something. But at the moment, Amberlynn is looking like the worst person in the entire world in that relationship, and Beck is coming across as like a saint, which I don't think is 100% true, but that's what the optics are.
you're not being specific about what or taking any accountability for it. Meanwhile, I will take accountability for the things that you said that I did wrong in the relationship. I know I wasn't very affectionate. I didn't call you pet names fast enough.
That's stupid. I didn't call you pet names fast enough. That's such a stupid thing for Amber to be upset about.
You always would say that I would side with everybody else over you, but
It may be behind a paywall, Amanda, but Amber knows that it's going to get out.
that was truly because I felt like you were in the wrong in those moments. And you were. And though you see me as a bad partner, I did so much for you. And
Well, Mars, we aren't going to see a change. We can't see a change in behavior when it comes to Beck because that relationship ended. We'll have to look for changes in future relationships.
and these things do not add up to the things you've put me through.
Let's see if my Stitch Fix box matches my style file. My stylist tells me that I'm a rustic rebel.
The results
all these bad things, and I could say, like, I'm paraphrasing, I could say all these horrific things about them, but I'm not that type of person. Amberlynn, just in this live stream, you said that Beck is lying. You said that it's okay with you. Oh, thank you for giving permission, oh queen, for them to talk. Please. You said that they could tell their story, but don't lie about me, and that it takes two to tango in the relationship. Amberlynn, you controlled Beck financially and in every other single way.
She
so
did.
basically, she did not waste any time. She immediately went after Beck, and she's basically saying that she wasn't the only bad one in the relationship, that Beck is currently lying about her. What genuinely bothers me here is that Amber says that she could say horrific and bad things about Beck, but chooses not to when she already has. Amberlynn went on Instagram, said the worst date she's ever had was with Beck. Amberlynn
Oh, did she? I must have missed that in the Instagram Q&As. Yeah. So I know, yeah, Amber needs to, what does a rustic rebel look like? I don't know, Ilya. I always wonder that too when I hear that ad. I don't know what a rustic rebel style is. It would be nice if Amber were able to give specifics. Granted, maybe she doesn't remember everything because this relationship was so long ago, but it would be nice if she would apologize for very specific, or at least specific enough type things, like, I'm sorry that I treated you X way, I'm sorry that I did this and this, I shouldn't have done those things, and I'm sorry.
and went around making superficial comments about superficial things about Beck. She's talked about a lot of reaction channels, right? In the same way, making statements about certain things that Amber always cries about. Oh, don't talk about me and my thing. Okay, right. You have not stopped trashing Beck. I knew that you could not help yourself. You not only owe this person a large amount of money from the live streams, but have some decency. This person went through renal failure and still drove you around, and you filmed them while they were in.
Yeah, it was. And I even told Amber, like, during that live stream where everybody got this screen cap from, I was telling Amber, look, you did this, this, and this to Beck. You made Beck drive you around, drugged out of her fucking mind from the medication they were on, and that's not okay. And in that moment, Amberlynn wasn't seeing these things. I think looking back now, she'll be able to look back on these things and be like, wow, I shouldn't have done that. But in that moment, Amber Lynn was all about Amber Lynn and very selfish. I don't think Amber. I don't know if Amber has ever specifically responded to Beck directly. I don't know, because I'm sure they probably have each other blocked or something. I mean, she could make a video being like, "Hey Beck, I'm sorry for this, this, and this, and I want to apologize publicly for that." But then again, I mean, do we need? I mean, that could be something that could be handled privately between them. I mean, do we need these public things? We aren't the ones that need to see this apology. It's Beck.
Incoherent. This person did everything for you for 4 years, and when they dared to break up with you, like I said, it's narcissistic injury. Oh, well, this person dared
I think it's more BPD.
to break up with me. Well, how dare they make content about me? Well, you made content about them. You've made hundreds of thousands of dollars on them when they were in the pool, telling them, oh, you better sit down, don't get up, like, you've continued to talk about them. After the breakup, Amber Lynn has made a lot of money on Beck. So I personally feel that this happened way sooner than I thought. I thought that it would take her a few live streams to go off on Beck, but it didn't. I don't believe that Beck is lying. At the end of the day, Beck put up with so much, doing so much for you. They gave up a real relationship, okay? They gave up certain things in relationship that you guys were not doing for years on end. They gave up time with their family, and members of their family are no longer with us, and they gave up time with them for you. And yes, everybody makes their own decisions, but the point is, you financially control them, and you are still trying to trash them and being upset that they have something to say.
Yeah, and a lot of that does have to do with Amber Lynn's undiagnosed BPD, I believe. Um, uh, would be a lot of that behavior, and of course, it's not okay, and that's not an excuse. But Amber Lynn at the time didn't know that. Amber Lynn, I don't think, understood what was causing her behavior, but now she does. And looking back, she can be like, wow, this is why I did these things, and that was awful of me. Um, uh, she did Omen, in her members' live streams. She's That's where Amber has said these things in her member live streams.
And I truly, honestly feel like I was obligated to do so because she didn't have anybody else in her life. Like, she had burned every single bridge of every other person in her past. She had no one but me and the people around me, and she took all of us down with her. I felt that if I had left, that the animals wouldn't get taken care of, and I already knew that Amber could not take care of herself. In one of my last lives with Amber, you guys heard me say, who's the one that's been wiping you? And obviously I didn't mean for
Yeah, we heard that.
anybody to hear that, but you guys did. And I'd only said that because I was just so frustrated in that moment because she kept acting like I hadn't done anything for her. At one point,
Yeah, Beck did everything for Amber for a while there.
she said that I didn't do any caretakery things for her, so I didn't feel like a caretaker. But I did start to feel like a caretaker, and I'd felt like one since we had lived with Eric and Ricky. So that's where the whole wiping thing started, was when we were living with Eric and Ricky. And that didn't stop until the day we broke up. But even before then, I felt like a caretaker. I would do...
And that's not a good way to feel in a relationship when you're not expecting that in a relationship. It's not good to feel that you're your partner's caretaker without it being something that's like huge, like they've had a horrible injury, or they've gone through a massive surgery or something, which Amber Lynn did have a massive surgery during the relationship, but this was prior to that. But that's not a good it's not good to feel like you're your partner's caretaker instead of their partner. Especially when it seems like they had already fallen out of love with each other. If Amber, I don't think Amber ever loved Beck, and but with her abandonment issues and wanting to be in a relationship, when Beck showed interest after the breakup with Destiny, she glommed onto Beck and was like, yes, we're going to be in a relationship, even though Beck didn't really want to do that. So it's, yeah, Amber and Beck never should have should have done that.
Do all of the housework, all of the cleaning. I would help her try to maintain her hair because it would get matted, and I would help her wash the back of her neck because she would wear chokers and
Yeah.
it would rub on the back
I
and like
remember
stain
this.
it. So I'd try to help her get the stain off. So while I wasn't perfect, I did do my best, and none of that excuses the things that you have said about me and the lies you have told, and none of that makes our experiences equal. So that's it for this video. The rest of the video is just about Amber's current breakup, and I don't really want to speak on that right now. I want to thank Karina Kaboom.
Oh, I don't know what Beck would have to say about Amber's current breakup because it has nothing to do with her.
Again, for the nice things that she said about me in this video. And if you missed the last video, it is a taste of what is to come with my upcoming videos about more cryptid stuff. Or
that picture of there. All right, so we're gonna watch. Feeding you in the hospital is completely different, Fiona's mom. All right, so we are going to. Okay, so that was a refresher. There wasn't really a lot in there, which is probably why I forgot about it so quickly and couldn't remember anything from it.
You guys listening.
Oh, sorry, I had it moved up to a different point where I was trying to get a thumbnail. Alright, so we have Amber Lynn's video today. Sorry, the chat's in the way, titled Responding to Beck, Gaining More Weight, and Grocery Haul, and it's going to be a vlog. We shouldn't be surprised by the weight gain at this point. No, again, like I said, I don't know what she's responding to Beck about. So we're going to have to just, I guess, wait and see here. If we need to watch the at least part of the Snowflake Q&A. So, but I'm a little behind on Beck's videos because I haven't had a lot of time this week to stream. So we're gonna catch up on the Beck videos eventually. Because I don't have a lot of free time. But once again, we do have Amber Lynn sped up to 1.25 speed. I need to find my buttons again. There we go. All right, so we're gonna see what Amber Lynn. Oh, look, there's her little perfume shelf in her closet.
Hello, welcome to a new vlog. Today is February 2nd, and I am just getting ready for the day. I woke up this.
So we are, I think we're about 4 days. Let's see, what would be the date? It's February 2nd. So we're about 6 days out from when she takes her COVID test. She took her COVID test on, I believe, Saturday the 8th.
Just a little bit ago. So as you guys remember, yesterday I was trying to be super productive, distract myself, and all that good stuff. And I put my perfumes in my closet. I walk through this closet 9 million times a day. So now I'm never going to forget to put perfume on because I used to always forget to put perfume on.
Well, but if you're just chilling at home by yourself, I mean, I guess if you want to smell good for yourself.
And now, I'm not. Okay, you guys, so normally it would be my shot day today, but it hasn't came in the mail.
That's right. She's still waiting for her shipment to come at this point. They mailed it the day before. They shipped it the day before. So she might get it on Monday, the 3rd.
It's shipping. So from the looks of it, I will be getting it on Tuesday. So we'll be doing it then.
Tuesday.
Because as you guys know, my grocery days are my shot days. And I'm about to give you guys a grocery haul. I do want to make it very clear. I am not watching what I eat. I'm watching how much I eat because I just do not have the capacity right now. Like, I'm going through a lot. And I'm telling you, if I...
Yes, Fiona's mom. I can
start eating just like broccoli and chicken, I'm going to spiral even more.
Is that better, Fiona's mom? It's a little loud for me. I'm going to move my headset a bit. We'll back her up a little bit here.
I am not watching what I eat. I'm watching how much I eat because I just do not have the capacity right now. Like, I'm going through a lot. And I'm telling you, if I start eating just like broccoli and chicken, I'm going to spiral even.
Yeah, I mean, some people just can't restrict their diet to that much. I mean, you can, of course, eat things other than broccoli and chicken and lose weight. And Amberlynn should be capable of losing weight if she just kind of watches what she's eating, doesn't eat a lot of really high calorie, high sodium snacks to get that water retention. Then she should be able to lose weight. And if she doesn't order takeout all the time, because with the takeout, like, yeah, they might give you the calorie information and stuff on their website, but you don't know if maybe they maybe they cooked it in a whole bunch of extra oil or something. I don't know. Yes, DV, I agree. Don't forget, Fiona's mom, that the big difference is that you and your husband adore each other. Taking care of a loved one never feels like work. Mars, you wear perfume on days you stay at home? I don't spray myself with anything when I'm just chilling at home, working. If I go out, I do. You really don't like those hair clips, do you, Sai? Yeah, fresh foods would be good, Ilya, but Amberlynn isn't the best cook and she doesn't like to cook. So I think that would I think if Amber only had like fresh things that had to be prepared, if she only had basically ingredients, I think that would cause her to order out more because she wouldn't feel like cooking every single day or doing something. And we all know she doesn't like leftovers.
And more. I have not quote unquote binged in easily a year and a half. I'll tell you, since I've been in Oklahoma, I haven't. So that's been almost like a year and a half. So
Good.
I want to stick to that. And I feel like with how my mentals feel right now, if I start just like eating lettuce and broccoli, I'm going.
I don't think Amber could ever eat just lettuce and broccoli. She really enjoyed her whole cottage cheese and mustard bullshit that she was doing, as weird as it was. But she was eating lots of fresh vegetables with like some protein from like the chicken sausages and the cottage cheese. Um, she seemed to really enjoy that, but she goes in like, um, uh, but 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 she does that. Didn't Amber like doing those HelloFresh subscriptions? Um, I think she did, Mars, but again, Amber doesn't like to cook a whole lot. And but getting the HelloFresh stuff would help her learn more cooking techniques and help her be a better cook. But she isn't the best when it comes to just cooking, and she doesn't like to cook, I don't believe. So, um, I know I've recommended the Eat Clean meals that I've been using. I order a box of them to have every single day, lunch and dinner, because I don't have time to cook myself right now. And they've been really good. The Eat Clean meals. They're just microwavable meals, and they're lower in calorie, higher. I picked the ones lower in calorie, higher in protein. But there's other options as well, like Factor, Snap, Kitchen, Freshly. Although Freshly really went downhill the last time I tried them. I didn't like them that well. Factor is good as well, but Factor meals tend to be higher in sodium than other ones.
To be so beyond triggered. I know myself. So anyways.
She isn't smoking Delta 8 as far as we know, Amanda. She has said that she hasn't been smoking Delta 8 since she started the semaglutide, and I mean, all we can do is believe her on that.
Eating lettuce and broccoli, I'm going to be so beyond triggered. I know myself. So anyways, let's do.
Oh, we got a dozen eggs. Ooh, those are like gold right now, the price of eggs. Lots of places have limited the number of eggs that you can buy to like 2 dozen. Amanda, how do you know that? You can't just say that she's lying about that without proof.
Grocery haul. We have eggs, and I am going to be putting my groceries away as I haul the food. So I got some of these cheddar jalapeno pop.
Mars, we all have to do things we don't enjoy. Cooking our own food is a basic need that has to get done, even when they don't feel like it, and she has lots of spare time. Yeah, Mars, absolutely. I mean, these are things that we need to do. But, I mean, if Amberlynn has the means to order takeout, she's going to probably order takeout instead. But if she has something that she can, um, something that she can readily just heat up or make, then that would be a better option for her. In the clip with Mom and her outside, when she steps away from the camera, you can see a smoke from her direction. I know her mom was smoking. I didn't notice Amber smoking, but it was also cold outside. So we'll have to we can go back and look. And I don't remember her saying that during her live stream, Amanda, but again, I was also working while watching her live, so I could have missed it. I'll have to go back and look.
Corn situation type deal. I've never had it before, so I'll definitely do a taste test.
Getting that skinny pop, girl.
I got pesto tortellini, Amy's tea
I do like Amy's meals. They're pretty good.
dinner, fire roasted tomato and garlic classico spaghetti sauce, some budok spicy ramen. So I got
That ramen is good. I've had that. It's pretty. It's really spicy.
two of these ground turkey breasts, 99% fat free.
There you go, girl. Get that ground turkey.
So this is a veggie loaf, Amy's TV dinner. It is like meatloaf, but it's just vegetables. I got one of her chili mac bowls, which is one of my favorites.
The chili mac bowls are pretty good too.
Creamy coconut outshine bar, one of my favorite treats lately. And then I really enjoy making BLTs and sandwiches, so I got the...
Those aren't BLTs, they're BLOs. You're making blows. There's no tomatoes on that sandwich because you don't like tomatoes. Raw tomatoes.
whole grain 15 grain bread. Got some grape Uncrustables. Y'all, they literally have heart-shaped pasta, so I was like, I need to get this. Got some rotisserie seasoned chicken breast lunch meat, more milk, a red onion, pine saw, 2 boxes of bacon, hot and spicy.
Did she, Mars? Yeah, I don't remember that. I'll have to go back and listen to it again.
Duke's sausages, highly recommend. Keep them in the fridge. Mozzarella string cheese. I need a new thing of sriracha. Salad mix. Some individual original Pringles. And also some sour cream and onion ones. Nutty Buddies. Last but not least, some of these beef and bean frozen burritos.
Oh, hey, wasabi. I haven't tried the split. I've never had split pea soup, Fiona's mom.
Bruh. It's just a little brushing. We just a brushing? Oh, such a...
The spicy bulldog ones are pretty good. They're just chicken flavored. Yeah, there's Delta 8 vapes, Sai.
Good boy.
Whenever I brush him, he thinks that we're playing a game. Are we playing a game?
What do you do?
Oh,
You
wasabi.
hear him purring? Yeah. Do you see yourself? Are you sniffing the cameras?
I'm genuinely having a hard time right now. It's like...
What are we looking at? What are you lying on? That looks like a ceiling above you. What are we... Where are you?
those moments that like...
Oh, is that a wall? I don't know.
I'm genuinely having a hard time right now. It's like one of those moments that like I just I just hurt so fucking bad. It's like this shit. Genuinely, it comes in waves. Like, and right now I'm fucking drowning. Like having BPD makes it to where like regulating your emotions is like so hard. Almost like
I really don't like those eye gem things.
virtually impossible depending on like how many times you've like exercised and like practiced that like regulating.
No, Fiona's mom, I do not think she accidentally set on Rarity. I think that is the stupidest fucking rumor I've ever heard.
Muscle. My BPD is like the worst when I'm in a relationship. That's how it is for a lot of people who suffer with it. So just coming out of a relationship, like I have genuinely practiced regulating my emotions more than I have in a very, very long time.
So again, I know I keep saying this, but hopefully whenever she gets into working with her therapist, they will give her techniques and help her with this. If she does the DBT therapy,
I'm not to bring up people I don't really want to bring up, but when I was in a relationship with Erica, I almost didn't care as much to regulate my emotions because, like, we were long distance and all the suffering kind of landed on me. But it's different when I was with Tommy, especially like while I was in Wisconsin for those 3 months. Every day you have to practice regulating your emotions because when you have BPD, everything is a million times stronger than the average. So I'm almost like grateful for those experiences because I do feel myself improving. It's
I don't know about that. I I don't think you are, and I don't think you will until you actually get into therapy and start working on these things with a professional. Because I don't think Amberlyn knows how to do it herself, and we've seen that she hasn't been able to.
it's not a lot, but it's genuinely enough to where I'm like, wow, I notice a difference. And I think by going to therapy, and if you didn't watch my last vlog, my first like true appointment with my new therapist is Thursday. I think going to therapy is definitely going to help with that. And we're actually going to be doing EMDR therapy, which helps people with BPD and CPTSD, which I have
Okay, EMDR therapy. I'll have to look into that.
both of those things. From what she told me during the consultation, very trauma focused,
Did she actually say consultation?
which I have both of those things. From what she told me during the consultation,
No, no. She said counsel again. Hey, the brows.
very trauma focused, which is exactly why I have these issues is due to trauma. Wow. Sitting here and calmly talking to you guys has actually made me feel better. I've calmed down. I probably edited out a ton because this clip is 7 minutes long. And yeah, no, we're going to be editing this down majorly, but I think just like talking to you guys actually helped. Sometimes like I'll distract myself with like Legos or journaling, taking Twinkie on a longer walk than usual, just like finding anything to distract myself. So this is like a really good outlet for me. Is just like being able to like have these video diaries, and I just appreciate you guys listening truly.
So, yeah, I mean, BPD is going to cause issues, but hopefully Amberlyn will get into working with the therapist. She did say recently in one of her videos, I don't recall if it was one of the lives. No, it was one of her actual videos that she's like, "Yes, I've been using this as an excuse and I can't do that." And so hopefully she'll stop trying to use BPD as an excuse for her behavior. But she can only do that once she begins to learn how to regulate her emotions and do these things. So I don't think she'll be able to do it on her own, and I don't think she's really improved any. So
Hey guys, it is the next day. It's February 3rd. And
the 3rd. So maybe she is responding to the Snowflake Q&A, and I don't know if we'll have time to watch that tonight because I don't have that much time to spend today streaming, so that may be a tomorrow thing.
I just want to say I'm very upset with myself. As quick as I can lose 13 pounds in a week of water weight, I can also pretty much almost gain that back. So we're going to try to do...
Yeah, you sure can. If she is vaping again, then that is just self-sabotage right there, because she knows that she can use that as an excuse. Oh, I'm vaping again. It gave me the munchies. And it again takes away from her own behavior of not eating in a way to meet her goals. It's just another excuse that she can use for not meeting her goals, for not succeeding in whatever she's trying to do. She can push it off onto the it's because of the Delta 8, if she is indeed using Delta 8 at this point. So it's self-sabotaging, and it's something that she can use as an excuse instead of looking at her own responsibility and her own eating habits.
10 days of calories again. I've just been in a really bad headspace, mental headspace, so I literally have not been caring about how much I've been eating or anything like that. So I'm like...
Okay, so what's her headspace now? I've been in a bad headspace, so I'm not caring. So she's been eating her emotions, basically. She's been eating her feelings. So she's blaming it on the breakup, essentially. Oh, I'm doing poorly now because of the breakup. And it's we all go through rough patches where maybe we're experiencing stronger emotions or we're upset or we're sad or something. But at this point, it's when is it going to stop? When is she going to take the responsibility to do what she needs to do? I know it's hard to do, but at some point she has to look at herself and at what she's doing and realize I need to change this and I need to do better.
Super swollen, like my lymphedema leg, which by the way, I now have lymphedema in both legs, but I'm referring to my right one, the one that's bigger. Like it is extremely swollen. I prefer counting my calories and seeing how much I'm eating.
Okay, so now it's the lymphedema. The lymphedema specialist, if I recall correctly, wanted her to do keto because they wanted to have a um, lower carbohydrate diet and lower sodium diet because that affects the water retention and that affects the lymphedema. But some of these processed foods do have a lot of sodium in them, so that's something that she may need to keep an eye on. But also the carbs. She doesn't have to do full keto because I personally wouldn't recommend doing keto if you have gallbladder issues. I did keto and like 9 days into it, I had to have my gallbladder removed because of the higher fat content that I was eating. But she could definitely lessen her carbs and lessen the sodium intake, and that should help regulate that a little bit. I mean, I know the only full way to get rid of the lymphedema is to have like liposuction, and that could be something that you could maybe consider at some point. Sorry, I've not really been paying attention to the chat. I'm sorry. I'm not ignoring you all. Amanda said, I bet she's going to go to one session as soon as the therapist confronts her about the BPD. Well, she's going to this therapist specifically because they specialize in BPD, so that would be kind of stupid of her to do. if because that's why she's seeing this particular therapist. She needs to hydrate. She needs inpatient. Inpatient would probably be the absolute best thing for her. But she said before that if she does inpatient, she can't do income because she can't upload videos, so she wouldn't have income while she's doing inpatient. DV, that seems weird to me. I don't even want to be around myself when I'm crying. Girl, I feel ya. I am an ugly crier. The brow says, I'm not going to be as mean with her today because I have not been eating this week myself. That being said, I know I'll fix that this week. Yeah, I mean, you're not going to be perfect every single day, the brows. I mean, nobody's perfect every single day. But the problem with Amber Lynn is she takes one day where she doesn't feel like she's done as well, and then it spirals and it turns into a week and a month. Because she has one little setback and she just goes off the rails. And Mars says, when I used to cry over something stupid, I'd go look at myself in the mirror and I'd cringe myself out and it would stop me from crying. Yeah, I couldn't cry on. Yeah, I did burst into tears. I wouldn't say I burst into tears, but I did start crying during a stream in December, and I did have to get up and leave my camera for a few minutes. Um, Fiona's mom. I feel like I'm a hella ugly crier. Hey Heather, good to see you, Stitch. Hey DV, if you need to have a good cry session, you have that cry session. You know what you can do? You can go chop an onion, and you can blame it on the onion and just let it all out. Stitch says, I just wrote about the perfectionist mindset the other day. No one needs to be perfect and it's unreasonable. Absolutely, Heather. Absolutely.
Lymphedema leg, which by the way, I now have lymphedema in
My lymphedema leg. I don't know why that just I don't know why that just hit me kind of. Oh, it's in my lymphedema leg.
both legs, but I'm referring to my right one, the one that's bigger. Like, it is extremely swollen. I prefer counting my calories and seeing how much I'm eating. I don't care what I'm eating right now. For me, it's all about being in a calorie deficiency.
Wait, sorry, I was reading and missed that.
Bigger, like, it is extremely swollen. I prefer counting my calories and seeing how much I'm eating.
But okay, so she is counting her calories. She's been doing better with that, but she is off a little bit from some of the things. But she has to think about some of the retention with some of these things, like the sodium. She's going to, with a lot of sodium, she's going to retain a little more fluid with a lot of sodium and salt in these things. She uses a lot of garlic salt when she cooks. I don't think she uses a lot of regular salt, but
eating. I don't care what I'm eating right now. For me, it's all about being in a calorie deficiency. Okay, you guys, so today is February 4th. I just woke up and
in Salty Crabs Live, Amber said she vapes every 2 weeks before bingo. Was she in Salty Crab's chat saying that? Because I've never heard Amber say that. I don't think I've ever heard Amber say that she vapes every 2 weeks before bingo. But Delta 8, Heather, is usually what she vapes. I've never heard Amber say that, and maybe somebody else that was watching Amber's live stream with me this last week, did she say that? Because I don't recall this. I could just be blocking it out, or maybe I just missed it because I was working, but I don't recall her saying that. Yeah, I watched that live stream, and I don't recall her saying that. But again, I was also doing other things while listening, but I don't recall that. Who else was in there with me? Heather, you were watching that with me, weren't you? I don't. Yeah, I'm just not remembering that. Oh wow. Yeah, I was. That's why I need to go back and re-listen to the streams because I'm doing other things while I'm listening to her streams because I'm working on Tuesday evenings as well. So you did make that joke, Heather. Yeah, I remember Heather making that joke. I'll have to go back and listen. I mean, so if she's doing it every 2 weeks, one time a week, she can't use that as an excuse for any weight gain, really. If she were doing it every single day, then she could be like, oh, it's because I'm doing the Delta 8 or whatever. Yeah, but it is 2 hours, and I need to, yeah, I do need to go re-listen to those, because I am multitasking.
And I realized that I am a complete flop. Yesterday, life won. So February 4th, I just woke up and I realized that I am a complete flop. Yesterday, life won. So we're starting the 10 days of counting calories and weighing.
Oh boy, we're starting the 10 days of calories over again. She can't complete
myself today. I'm gonna take Twinks out, I'm gonna weigh myself, and then I'm gonna get in the shower, and I will catch up with you guys when I'm done and ready for the day. Okay, guys, so it has literally already been half of the day.
This must be Tuesday. This must be the day of her live stream. Because, yes, this is Tuesday the 4th. Because she was wearing this in her live stream. Girly flop era. Oh, it helps if I actually,
And I'm finally back to vlogging. We have some updates, okay? So we're gonna start off with my weigh-in, so here's that.
Hello. It's ready.
Stepping on.
509.4 pounds.
Oh, that's like a 4-pound gain. Yeah, that's like 4 pounds up.
509.4. Literally horrific. I understand. I am so swollen. Literally the only thing I could do is like move forward. Like I am always gonna struggle with lymphedema, always gonna be a thing. But it just sucks that like I gain weight like triple or maybe even quadruple as quickly as I would if I like didn't have that. It genuinely just sucks.
But there are things that you can do to help mitigate that you aren't doing. I mean, it's just that is she could have the
Sucks. So I showered.
She could have the liposuction to get rid of some of the excess whatever that this causes. Whoops.
I obviously got ready for the day. I also ended up eating while I was doing some work on my computer.
She doesn't say what's causing the flare up, Heather. She's just said that it's just an issue. But but it's from what I remember whenever she was seeing a lipedema specialist before, they had told her that like they wanted her to do keto because higher carbs can cause retention or issues. And I'm sure sodium causes some retention issues too. But so if she's not watching her carb intake, that could be it. But she's just using, I mean, yeah. I don't know a lot about lymphedema and lipedema, but it comes down to the choices that she's making for these things and what she's choosing to put into her body and if they are detrimental or beneficial to these things.
Sucks. So I showered. I obviously got ready for the day. I also ended up eating while I was doing some work on my computer. So I had a poke bowl and a Nutty Buddy. So I'll show you that here. All right. So I'm going through a food fixation where I love me a poke bowl. So it's crap.
So this is... So here, again, there's a lot of rice in this bowl. So this would be takeout, of course, because she did not make this at home. There's a lot of rice in this bowl. And that's going to be a lot of carbs. And, I mean, that's not going to be good for the lipedema. I mean, eat what you want to eat, right? But you have to think about, okay, I have this condition. And it could cause problems if I eat this, this, and this. So then you shouldn't eat those things if they're going to cause a lot of issues for you. I mean, like I know people will be like, oh, eating the spicy food is going to give me heartburn, and they eat it anyway. But it's like, if you're going to be eating this much rice, then you're gonna suffer the consequences of all those carbs. Yeah, Amanda, she needs to take accountability to save her life, and she's not doing that. So there's, I mean, all these vegetables are great and everything, but that's a lot of rice. And I love me some rice, don't get me wrong, but I've been eating cauliflower rice lately. And I know she got this from a restaurant, so they probably can't swap it out. But yeah.
crab, and like just a bunch of vegetables like jalapeno, edamame. Is that even a vegetable? I don't know. Corn, like the list can literally go on and on. I guess I could put my little order thing right here for you guys to see. But that was 662 calories, also a Fanta.
Okay, so yeah, so the calories are fine for that one meal. 662 calories, that's fine. But again, looking at so if we're strictly looking at only calories, then that's going to be fine. But this meal is primarily carbs. There's not a lot of protein, not a lot of fiber. So she's oh, I need to plug my headset in again. She's going to be hungry again, probably not too far off from eating this, because that meal is primarily carbs. And should be surprised at how many carbs are going to be in that poke bowl. But again, not a lot of fiber, not a lot of protein to help the satiation factor on that. The satiety. I know I love me some rice too, Mars. I love me some rice. I love me some noodles too.
0 calories, and then I had a Nutty Buddy for 310 calories, so it came out to 900.
Is that worth it? Are the Nutty Buddies worth the 300 calories? Sorry about that pause face. I mean, yeah, if you want them, eat them. But you could also look for options that are similar, that are maybe a protein version or a different version. I'm sure there are some similar snacks from some company other than Little Debbie that make a similar snack. I don't know, Heather. I do love me a Nutty Buddy, Heather. But they aren't worth the 310 calories for me right now. If I wanted something that's like peanut butter and chocolate like that, I'd probably get a Reese's cup. But you can get like the protein or something. You don't have Nutty Buddies in England. They are it's like wafers, kind of like wafers, kind of like those wafer sticks with peanut butter in between the wafer layers and then dipped in chocolate. I love me a Nutty Buddy. But you could probably find let's see, higher protein. It helps if you can see what I've looked for before here. Nutty Buddies. Yeah, okay, so you can get some Nature Valley wafers, you can get Power Crunch. Ooh, these sound kind of tasty. Fit Crunch has some that are similar. I mean, you can find some options. I mean, it's 240 calories for one bar, but you're also going to get 16 grams of protein in that as well. And they're going to be more expensive, yes. But I mean, so that's pulled apart. Oh, I used to do that too with my Nutty Buddies. I would peel off a layer and eat it. I did that too. Oh, hazelnuts. Hazelnut cream is my weakness. Kinder's, Ferrero Rochers. Oh my god, so good. Yeah, Mars, what's your address? We're all gonna send you some Nutty Buddies. DM us and DM get some options that maybe have a little better macros for you. Dude, Heather, I can't buy hazelnut stuff. I will destroy me some hazelnut cream stuff. I love it. Amanda says, I believe in Beck. It confirms the things she show on camera is not all she eats. She's only showing what she thinks the audience wants. Um, yeah, but I mean, Amanda, we don't have proof of this, right? Just because Beck said it doesn't mean it's true at this moment, because Beck doesn't live with Amber. So it comes down to, does Beck know what Amber is doing right now? No. Maybe in the past this would have been true, but at this moment, again, without evidence, we don't have any proof of these things. It's just Beck making an allegation. But with, I mean, maybe she's not Amanda, maybe she is, I don't know. But she hasn't shown us every single day what she's eating. So maybe yesterday she ate 4,000 calories. We don't know what she ate yesterday. Maybe the day before she ate that many calories. Hello, Twisted Transistor. So, I mean, this is what she's showing us today that she's eating. She didn't show us what she ate yesterday or the day before. Maybe those 2 days she ate a shit ton of food. But for this day, all we know is what she's showing us. Oh man, sunflower seeds are a weakness of mine too, Scythe. I like the black pepper ones. So good. Yeah, they'll make your tongue a little sandpapery.
72 calories. Super delicious, obviously. Nutty Buddy for 310 calories. So it came out to 972 calories.
972 calories is a lot for one meal. And if she's trying to stay around 2,000, that's like half her calories for the day right there.
Super delicious. Obviously, it was a very high calorie meal, but it was worth it because it was freaking tasty. Like, I was genuinely so full, I couldn't even finish my poke bowl.
Yeah, I mean, if that's all you're eating in that day, then if if this is like one of her 2 meals a day, then that's fine. But she's going to be hungry again probably shortly after this because it was mostly carbs. I mean, it was a lot of rice and not much else.
I also did some Instagram Q&A. I do like to keep that strictly for...
Oh, did she? I haven't been keeping up with the Instagram Q&A stuff. Sunflower seeds are wonderful. Shelling them is more of, I just do it in my mouth and then spit out the shell. It takes longer to eat them, and it kind of gives me something to do. I'll use them if I'm doing a really long drive and I'm getting tired. I'll get some sunflower seeds and they'll keep me awake while I'm driving, eating them.
Instagram, but I'm going to add a couple of the questions that I did here. So here's that. So I've not been with them in almost 5 years. I am a completely different person than I was then.
Are you going to respond to the Q&A Beck did about you?
And I'm sure Beck is also a different person.
I hate this filter.
And they were then. Nothing was perfect. And I'm going to let you know that some of the things that Beck has said has been true, and some of the things have been flat out lies.
Right, but without telling us what's true and what's lies, people are going to not believe you and not know which is which. So, I mean, I'm not saying she has to give us a video or confirmation of what was true and what wasn't, but people are going to believe Beck no matter what, because people will think anything Beck says is the absolute truth and absolute gospel. But again, they haven't been together for 5 years. So anything related to Amber Lynn after their breakup is just Beck speculating. Anything during their relationship, we can take as Beck's perspective on that, which is 100% valid. But we don't know what Amber is saying was true and what was false.
No matter what I say, if I defend myself or not, people will choose to believe Beck. That is the way my whole YouTube career has gone. It's not going to be any different now. So I would rather people.
But if you have evidence, now I know there are some things that, like, it's pretty much impossible to have evidence of. Saying somebody's a pathological liar would be giving them a mental diagnosis, Amanda, and I'm not going to do that. If you're saying this person is lying about this, but you don't have any evidence of it, now if it's like, oh, Amber did this during our relationship, it can be hard to disprove that. But I wouldn't say that, Amanda. There are maybe some things that Amber could come out with. No, here's some evidence, here's some proof. But without Amber providing any backup for anything, nobody's going to believe her.
People believe every single thing that they said just to protect my mental health from having to defend myself to a bunch of people who are.
You're driving to Oklahoma, Fiona's mom, and the roads are so bumpy. Are you in Oklahoma?
Already have their opinion made up. You know, to be honest, I would rather come clean about the stuff that's true than like sit there and like defend myself over the stuff that isn't true. I just realized that. Like, I would rather be like, yeah, like, I'm gonna take full accountability.
Then do it. If that's what you want to do, then do it.
Though that did happen. Those things did happen. But the stuff that I have to defend myself on.
What things did happen? What things happened that were true that you will take accountability for? If you were to take like clips from this Q&A that Beck did and be like, yes, this is true. I'm sorry I did this. I shouldn't have done X. And this is 100% true, and it was wrong of me. But just go through Beck's video if this is what you want to do and say, yes, this is true, this is true. And then if there's something, okay, look, no, this isn't 100% accurate, but without evidence, nobody's going to believe you.
Girl, I would rather sit in like a lava, like a bowl of lava, and just let my skin burn off at that point, like, truly. And that genuinely stands, like.
But nobody's going to believe any of this without evidence or proof, or you doing a video, sitting down and clipping. Well, we all know Amberlynn won't clip anything. If she sits down with her laptop and pulls up Beck's video and has her camera pointing at her and the laptop. You live in the suburb of Dallas? Oh, I've been to Carrollton and Hazlitt and Fort Worth. I stayed at a hotel right across from Six Flags in Dallas. We could have met up.
Some of the things that Beck is saying is actually leaving me so shocked. And I'm more than willing to take accountability and admit where I was wrong, literally 5 years ago, 6 years ago, and 7 years ago. Like, it's been so long since we've been together.
But are you? What are you taking accountability for?
I'm just not the same person as I was. I think it's very apparent. Beck is responding to things where, like, I was at like a very vulnerable state. Things that we went through together, like having to do with my mobility and things like that, like, that's not okay, like sharing those types of things. I understand wanting to like share like in the ways that I might have mistreated you as a girlfriend, which I wasn't the greatest girlfriend back then. I can 100% like take accountability in that. But I think bringing up like my mobility issues, lying about certain things, exaggerating to make certain things seem way worse than.
So, yeah, Mars says, if someone was lying about me and I had proof it was false, I would show it. Strange that Amber has gone to lengths to prove herself before, but now she suddenly won't do it. Yeah, I mean, so it could be that because it is so long ago, she doesn't have this proof anymore, or if it's something related to, oh, I had to, like the thing about the choker. Somebody asked about that during the live stream. Um, about like the stain from the choker, and Amberlynn was like, no, that's not true. There's no way to prove or disprove that, right? All we have is Beck saying, I had to do this, and Amber saying, no, you didn't. People are going to believe Beck in those situations because that isn't really anything that she could prove or disprove. You know what I mean? Um, so I think there are a lot of these things that just, there's going to be no way that Amber could prove or disprove it. Um, as far as talking about like personal things about Amber, again, I haven't watched the video yet, but then why does she have the choker on? Because she always wears a choker? I don't know what you're trying to prove with that. Um I don't I don't know what that's supposed to prove.
What they were, and like answering.
She can't prove something 5 years ago by trying to prove it now.
Lying about certain things, exaggerating to make certain things seem way worse than what they were, and like answering questions that genuinely have nothing to do with like sharing your side of the story, and it's more so just, for the lack of a better term, it just feels like a bunch of people just sitting there talking shit.
It could be. I mean, talking about Amber's hygiene and things like that. Then it that isn't something that I would personally do to a partner, but I would never have a situation like this. But it's people aren't going to once again, people aren't going to believe Amber without her saying X is not true. Here's what the truth is. Yes, this is true. And here's so just giving broad truths and falses isn't helpful.
I feel doesn't matter. I'm not going to defend myself towards the lies, but I will take accountability for the truth.
But why not? Why would you not defend yourself against the lies? Do you feel it's just not worth it? Or do you just have no way to prove it? Like the choker thing. There's no way to prove or disprove that, 5 or 6 years ago. I know people say that she lies all the time, but I would say for the last couple of years, she's been pretty honest. But
more than anything in this current time, like I need to protect my peace. Like I was with Beck.
I'm getting flashes of Callie. And because Amberlynn has lied about so many things in the past that were stupid, nobody is going to believe her now, whether she's telling the truth or not, unless she has proof and evidence. Even when she has proof and evidence, people still don't believe her.
Accountability for the truth. More than anything in this current time, like I need to protect my peace. Like I was with Beck for almost 5 years, and there's.
What do you mean, what am I talking about, Amanda? There have been many, many times in the last 2 years where she's talked about something. People are like, you're lying. And she's like, no, here's the proof. Now she's come out with the proof. Where she has lied about things, it's... no, I don't believe.
There's a lot of things that they did or said or whatever that I can sit here and be like, well, guess what? Guess what they did? I can also share my side, but I'm not going to. All right, you guys, so I'm about to do my...
Yeah, she did lie about Tommy. She lied about Tommy's preferences. And she had her reasons for doing that, but yes, that was a lie. She did lie about the Tommy situation, where she should have just said, that's Tommy's personal business. I'm not going to discuss it. But to try to cover this up, she lied about it. Careful they don't pull your hair.
Members live stream. I got my blanket and I'm all comfy.
We're ready for the stream.
I'm about to do it now. So if you guys want to be part of the memberships, you can press a little join down below. There's also a link in the description box. And I hope to see you guys there. Okay, you guys.
You saw a lot of people there. You don't know that, Amanda. You don't know how long she spends on Instagram. See, that's the thing. People try to... I mean, you're...
So it is currently an intermission for my live stream. I've been live for 1 hour and 16 minutes. There's 111 people watching. Thank you so much. It has genuinely been really heavy on the Beck talk, which I understand that. I've done crying. I have taken accountability, really embarrassing things. And it's just been a lot. It's been like a very heavy live stream. I'm not gonna lie. I have a lot of support. I have a few trolls. But
there are a few trolls, yes.
Yeah, we're taking an intermission. They have no idea that I'm actually vlogging right now because...
And safe travels, Fiona's mom. I don't know if it's storming. I don't think it's storming in Texas right now. It is storming further to the east.
I tilted up my laptop and they're looking at the ceiling, but someone wanted to go get some cigarettes across the street, and like, I was like, if you...
Yeah, somebody went to go get some cigarettes, but by time she got to that point in the chat, it had been like 15 or 20 minutes. So, because she was so behind on the chat.
You guys need to get a drink or get some popcorn or whatever it is you need to do, because we still have like 45 minutes to go. So just like a little tiny intermission. And my intermission is consisting of petting the baby girl. We have one right here.
Hey,
and petting the baby boy. We have one right here. And talking to you guys. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It seems pointless to even try to explain or defend my name ever in any sort of situation, because people already have their idea of me, and you cannot change people's opinions about you, because
she can change people's opinions about her, and she can do that by changing behaviors for the future. And if she were to happen to have any evidence against, like, no, this is a lie, here is the proof this is a lie, or proof for what she's saying is true, instead, people could start to change their opinions. But people aren't going to change their opinions until they start to see changes in behavior.
People will believe what they want to believe regardless of what I say. I want to get my BPD under control, like, so badly. Therapy. Because it's like some of the things that Beck said, I was like, yeah, like, I did do that. It made...
What did you do? Oh, hi, Hibiscus.
Me sad for like myself and for them, and
mostly for yourself.
And it's like, sorry, it's just a lot in this weird way. Like, I'm almost glad that I can look back and be like, okay, wow, I wish I could have like improved sooner, quicker, faster, but like, no time is better than like now. Literally showed us pictures of your childhood, which we know is a sore spot, and people found a reason to be mean and rude about it. They did. Oh my God, I don't even want to know. I haven't been watching reaction channels. Obviously I don't look at the comments, like nothing like that.
That's a lie. She watches my channel. And I think she still watches Yo Mama as well. So maybe she's not watching my channel. Maybe she's not. But I don't think she should be.
That, like, it is too hard for me. I'm trying like very hard to like just protect my peace in the best way that I can. Like, I used to literally have to sit down to chop a cucumber, folks. I need you to focus in on that. I wasn't able to cook while standing. I wasn't able to shower without my legs literally trembling like this. Oh my God, my bra showing. Sorry about it. Gotta fix the boobies.
Why are you sharing this clip?
A bra to me is literally like a bikini. I don't understand the difference. Yikes. Hold on. I need to read this again for the chat because this is so fucking true. It's so bizarre to me that people invalidate your BPD, but then sit there and criticize you for the behaviors that you do that are literally textbook BPD. Whew. What are you guys doing? You're making me hungry. This happened last time.
Time.
I don't get it. Whoa, my eyeliner slays. Sorry. I fully am accountable and acknowledge those moments and why.
But which moments? Which moments?
That can be traumatic for them. And I am apologetic and remorseful and I feel horrific. And I know people are going to like twist what I said in this live stream, but I do want people to know, like, bottom line period, that like I am fully accountable and I'm sorry. All right, guys, so live.
But yeah, so the problem that people will have is that, I mean, I think she has said that she has tried to apologize to Beck before, possibly. I don't remember, but what are you apologizing for? What behavior are you apologizing for during that relationship? I know people want specifics, like, oh, because just saying a blanket, I'm accountable for this, and I'm sorry for this, just general thing, could be anything. But people want specifics so that we know that you know the specific things that you did were not okay. Because just a general, I'm taking accountability, what are you taking accountability for? Glad you made it safely, Fiona's mom. Have a lovely time with the family. So, being able to have these specific things as well, you could also bring up to your therapist whenever you're working on this BPD stuff with your therapist. But it would be maybe not something that she would want to share with an audience, really. But if she wanted to share it with Beck or somebody, I don't know, here are some of the specific behaviors and things that I did that I recognize weren't good and I shouldn't have done these things, and I'm sorry for doing these specific things. So I think that would be helpful to just have a specific things that she's taken accountability for. Because just a broad, I'm taking accountability, well, you can say that, but what specifically are you taking accountability for?
Live stream is over. It was a heavy one, but I'm okay. I am going.
She's trying to slowly make a little bit of progress and growth, but we'll see.
Going to go to my kitchen and find something to eat. And since we're doing like a what I eat today for 10 days straight, wow, that's a lot. I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna have.
Oh, did we start that again? Yeah, I guess we did start that again, didn't we?
All right, you guys, so I'm about to have 2 of these beef and bean burritos. It's 290 calories each, so that's 580 for 2 of them. Okay, you guys, so I'm actually...
And what are you wearing? Again, those burritos are going to have a lot of sodium. She's had a shit ton of sodium and carbs today, and not a lot of protein or fiber today in her food. So she will have a little more water retention, and it's going to affect the lipedema and lymphedema. So
in the middle of getting ready for bed, and I had to remind myself to end this vlog.
Why do you need 2 burritos? Well, because 1 burrito isn't very much. And if that's all she's eating, just 2 burritos would be fine. If she's not having anything else with it.
So I had a sandwich. I took a picture, but I did not take a video. So that's what you're looking at now.
Okay, so we're having another blow sandwich, a bacon, lettuce, onion. Okay, she has some of the Oscar Mayer chicken on there too.
Now, it was pretty much like a BLT, but without the tomato. Add some onion, add some chicken lunch meat, and then I had a coconut outshine bar, which I forgot to take a video, and I forgot to take a photo, but I'm still telling you, it was literally just like a coconut, like, ice cream bar.
Yeah, the outshine bars are pretty tasty. I don't like the coconut ones that much, but yeah. And hibiscus, my mom likes the burrito brand. I like El Monterey stuff.
Type deal, which was only 110 calories, so in total today I've had 2,147, and that.
Ooh, 2,147. For Amber Lynn, that should be sufficient to be able to lose weight, given her size. But looking at the other macros for these items, it's not going to be great for, like, bloating, water retention, because it's primarily carbs. She had a lot of carbs today. Now, granted, it's been proven, people have proven they can lose weight just eating Twinkies, as long as you're in a caloric deficit. But if she's also looking at the issues of water retention and how what she's eating is affecting her lymphedema and lipedema, then she needs to start working with specialists and with dietitians. Then she can get that dialed in. Lizzie R, 1,300 calories is way too little for anybody, especially Amberlynn. So she could work with these specialists and then try to find foods that she likes, that she can eat, that will help her meet these goals and not affect these conditions as much.
That is all I will be having for the night. And all the drinks I've had today have been diet, either Diet Fanta or Diet Dr. Pepper. So anyways, thank you guys for watching this vlog, and I'll see you.
And that's fine for you, Lizzie R, but that's still way too little. But it's not gonna work for everybody, Lizzie R. My dietitian would not be happy seeing somebody eat 1,000 calories a day.
See you in my next one. Bye. Hello, welcome to a new vlog. Today is February.
Yeah. So, I mean, and that's fine if you don't believe her, Amanda. That's on you. I don't care if you believe her or not. It doesn't affect me one way or the other. I mean, that's what she showed us. And the thing is, if Amberlynn lies about something, it only hurts her. It only affects her. If she lies to her therapist, it affects her and her therapy. It doesn't affect me one way or the other. So all we have is what she is showing us. But so I think that is all we have time for today. So apparently the responding to Beck was just that little clip from her live stream and a couple of things about I take accountability, but for what? So I will try to go live tomorrow. I should have time tomorrow to go live, and we will try to catch up on Beck's video. I think Amberlynn, was this video uploaded today or yesterday? I'm sorry, I don't remember. I think this was uploaded. This was uploaded yesterday. I didn't watch it yesterday because I was doing my Valentine's Day stream, playing some video games. So we didn't watch it. So Amberlynn should be uploading tomorrow. I may try to go live twice tomorrow if I can. Later tonight, I may try to play some Stardew Valley this evening. So, yeah, I mean, it would be nice if Amberlynn could come with some specifics of these are things that I've done in previous relationships that I recognize now were because of my BPD, and these are what I'm taking accountability for as I'm working on these issues that I need to be more aware of in the future. So, um, yeah, it would be nice to see those kinds of things, but all we can do is wait and see, right? Um, but yeah, I think that's gonna be it for now. I will post a thumbnail. I will get some video gameplay tonight scheduled, and we will get something scheduled for tomorrow. And yeah, I hope you all have an amazing Saturday. I hope you're safe. If you're in an area where you're getting bad weather right now, please be safe, and take care of yourself. And I hope you all have an amazing rest of the night. And until next time, be safe and take care.